Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. Here are the latest NBA games results, next game's schedule, and the updated NBA team standings as of today, December 18th, 2024.
In the first of 6 games result today, the Philadelphia 76ers gets a road victory over the Charlotte Hornets, with the final score of 121-108. Tyrese Maxey led Philadelphia in scoring with 40 points, along with 5 rebounds and 5 assists, followed by Paul George with 33 points on top of 8 assists, and Kelly Oubre Jr., 19 points. For Charlotte, Miles Bridges led the Hornets in scoring with 24 points, and LaMelo Ball returns from an injury, and finished with 15 points along with 11 assists. In the second game, the Detroit Pistons holds off a massive comeback from the Miami Heat as Detroit wins at home in overtime, with the final score of 125-124. Malik Beasley led Detroit in scoring with 28 points, followed by a triple-double performance from Cade Cunningham with 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 18 assists, and Osar Thompson, 19 points. For Miami, Jimmy Butler led the Heat with a double-double performance of 35 points, along with 19 rebounds, and Tyler Hero, 23 points. In the third game, the Chicago Bulls gets a narrow victory on the road over the Toronto Raptors, with the final score of 122-121. Nikola Vucevic led Chicago with 24 points, followed by Kobe White, 19 points, and Talen Horton-Tucker, 15 points. For Toronto, RJ Barrett led the Raptors in scoring with 32 points along with 9 assists, and Grady Dick, 27 points. In the fourth game, the Cleveland Cavaliers wins their second straight game with an easy road victory over the Brooklyn Nets with the final score of 130-101. Evan Mobley led Cleveland balanced attack with 21 points, followed by Karis LeVert, 19 points, and Donovan Mitchell, 18 points. For Brooklyn, Cameron Johnson led the Nets in scoring with 22 points, and Day'Ron Sharpe, 15 points. In the fifth game, the Denver Nuggets gets a narrow road wild game victory over the Sacramento Kings, with the final score of 130-129. Jamal Murray led Denver in scoring with 28 points and the game-winning jumper, followed by Aaron Gordon, 24 points, and Nikola Jokic finished with a triple-double performance of 20 points, 14 rebounds, and 13 assists. For Sacramento, De'Aaron Fox led the Kings in scoring with 29 points, along with 7 assists, and Domantas Sabonis 28 points and 14 rebounds. In the sixth and final game, the Los Angeles Clippers steps on the gas from tip-off and never looked back, as they dominated the Utah Jazz at home, with the final score of 144-107. James Harden led the Los Angeles Clippers in scoring with 41 points, along with 6 assists, and Norman Powell finished with 29 points. For the Utah Jazz, our Kababayan Jordan Clarkson led the team in scoring with 20 points, and Lauri Markkanen finished with 17 points. Here is the updated NBA team standings as of today, December 18th. In the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers still owns the best record in the NBA so far this season with 23 wins against only 4 losses, and have won 2 straight games. And the second place, Jason Tatum and the rest of the Boston Celtics, with 21 wins and just 5 losses, and on a 2-game winning streak. Still at the third place are the New York Knicks, with 16 wins and 10 defeats. At the fourth place are the Orlando Magic, with 17 victories against 11 defeats, and have lost their last 2 games. At the fifth spot are the Milwaukee Bucks, with 14 wins and 11 losses, riding on a 3-game winning run. Jimmy Butler and the rest of the Miami Heat are down to the 6th spot, with 13 wins and 11 losses. At number 7 are the Atlanta Hawks with 14 victories and 13 defeats record. The Indiana Pacers moves up at the 8th place with 12 victories and 15 defeats and on a 2-game winning streak. At number 9 are the Chicago Bulls, also with 12 wins and 15 losses, and have won 2 in a row. Completing the East top 10 are the Detroit Pistons, with 11 wins against 16 losses. The Brooklyn Nets are down at the 11th place, with 10 wins and 16 losses, and on a 3-game losing streak. At number 12 are the Philadelphia 76ers, with 8 wins and 16 losses. At number 13 are the Charlotte Hornets, with 7 victories and 19 losses, and have lost 2 straight matches. At number 14 are the Toronto Raptors, with 7 wins and 20 defeats, and have lost 5 straight games. And at number 15, and dead last of the Eastern Conference standings, are the Washington Wizards, with just 3 victories and already accumulated 21 losses, and have lost their last 3 games. In the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder remains number 1, with 20 wins and just 5 losses, and on a 5-game winning streak. At the second spot are the Memphis Grizzlies, with 18 victories and 9 losses. At the third place are the Houston Rockets, with 17 wins and 9 defeats. At number 4 is Luka Doncic and his Dallas Mavericks, also with 17 victories and 9 defeats standing. And completing the West top 5 is Nikola Jokic and the rest of the Denver Nuggets, with 14 victories against 10 losses, and on a 3-game winning streak. At number 6 are the Phoenix Suns, with 14 victories and 11 losses, and have won 2 games in a row. The Golden State Warriors are at number 7, with 14 wins against 11 losses, and have lost 2 in a row. At number 8 are the Minnesota Timberwolves, with 14 wins and 11 losses, and on a 2-game winning streak. At number 9 are the Los Angeles Clippers, with 15 wins and 12 defeats. Completing the West top 10 is LeBron James and his Los Angeles Lakers, with 14 wins against 12 defeats. The San Antonio Spurs are at number 11, with 13 victories and 13 defeats. Still at number 12 are the Sacramento Kings, with 13 victories and 14 losses. The Portland Trail Blazers are at the 13th place, with 8 wins and 18 defeats, and on a 6th-game losing streak. The Utah Jazz are at 14th spot, with 5 wins and 20 losses, and now lost 3 consecutive games. And at the very bottom of the Western Conference standings are the New Orleans Pelicans, with just 5 victories and 22 losses, and have lost their last 4 games. NBA games scheduled today, December 18th. It's the championship game today in Las Vegas, Nevada, as the NBA Emirates Cup Finals between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Oklahoma City Thunder will be the only game to be played today for the right to be called NBA Cup champions. Tip-off will be at 9:30 in the morning.